Oh, maybe I did something wrong. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Um, I hope everyone had a great week last week. If you did anything fun over the weekend. Hi, Monica. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Did you have a good weekend? I know you were struggling last night to decide if you should shop your feelings or eat your feelings. That was making me giggle. I've done both. So I like watching that crew with Deb and Lisa and all them. They're always fun. They make me laugh. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, were you there when Viv was doing the British accent? I was laughing so hard my stomach hurt. So, and then she came in the chat last night and said, "Hello, darlings," and put in parentheses in a very British accent. That was pretty funny. So, um, all right. So today, um, as I said last week, I did have quite a bit of crafty stuff, but so let's do the just craft items today. Um, um, but I didn't have as much as I thought. So what I thought I would also sell along with the crafting is I have some hobbyist pieces. So these are pieces that were done, um, things that people had made. Like I know my grandmother used to do it. She used to get together. It was her sister-in-law, her sister, and her sister-in-law's friend. Or there was like a group of them. They used to go, and then they would go to these places where you would like do like the kind of like the paint your owns like they have now. And they made so many Easter ornaments. She made a lot of Easter ornaments, and they were really, we've unfortunately had to toss a lot of them because like the glazing that was over it kind of crackled and it couldn't be saved. But all the ones that we could save, we did. But I have a few, so I thought I would share the hobbyist pieces as well. I think most of them I have already shown, but I'm just gonna reduce the prices and um, someone can enjoy them. So, again, if you're new here and lurking, I am Al from the Full Shelf Shop, and I do ship from Massachusetts. Um, I use PayPal for invoicing, and if you have not sent me your information, there is a jot form. You'll need to fill that out, and then once you do, let me know, and I'll turn you blue, and then you are free to bid to your little heart's content or claim items to your heart's content. And I do use Pirate Ship for shipping. Prices don't include shipping, but Pirate Ship gets really reduced postage. So you'll be billed for that. And I do my invoicing at the end of the month because I do my sales every Sunday at 2 p.m. And sometimes I join other sellers, but I don't sell every day. So this way you can kind of build a box and you'll just get the one shipping charge and it saves you on shipping. I think that's kind of it. If you need an item sooner, let me know and I can certainly, send out an invoice sooner and get your item shipped to you sooner. So yep, you'll find me here Sundays at 2. I also do Whatnots on Thursday evening. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to show my first item. It's kind of a big ticket, a bigger piece. It's like a bundle. I'm just calling this the vintage sewing bundle. And let's see. I'm going to, okay, let me put this in here. Okay. Okay, so just want to make sure that went through. Yes. And then, sorry, so I'm still kind of learning this. I want to see. Okay, so now I know how to pin them up on the screen. Good. Learning. Okay. So this is a rather big bundle, and what you're going to get is this. So this is a thread. I do believe this is like handmade, like maybe a woman made it or her husband or something or son. But as you can see, it's a thread holder, and then so I put some threads in there as well. And there's also, I put a bunch of these little ones. They go, the bobbins, I almost forgot what they were called. They go underneath, if you don't know what sewing is, for so that when it's sewing, it gets the bottom while your machine gets the top. So you get this piece, and then and it does come with all the thread in there. And this is 15 inches long and about 9 inches deep. And I do like how it's staggered like a staircase. So, all right, so that's the first part of it. And then what you also get, now you don't get the basket here, but you get all the contents inside. This is a lot of vintage stuff. So this is just kind of a little mini like mending kit or something. These are silk ribbons. I have red, yellow, and blue. A couple of zippers here. These are some twist pins. A ton of these seam bindings. Yep, seam tape. There's rickrack. You have these. I can't remember what these are called, but these are like, think about when you had a baby, like the onesies, the little snaps that were on, at the crotch, you could just unsnap and change the diaper. That's like what these are. So more seam tape. You have the hooks here. But you probably know these are, what they use for bras, but I'm sure, but I know these have other uses than just for bras. I have a cute little tiger patch. There's various colors of, this is seam binding, but it's lace seam binding. Now, some of them are kind of used. Obviously, they're on the cards, but a ton of them are still, new old stock in packaging. So some rickrack. Ooh, my arms are getting tired. So another lace binding. Some more of the hooks. Oops. Here we go. This is more of the lace binding. This is corded piping. I mean, 15 cents. Let's see. This is some more. I believe this is going to be bias tape. Stretchable wide lace. There's a ton here. Seam tape. Some more lace and seam bindings. Oh, I know they're upside down. I apologize. Some more sewing bobbins. Seam binding. Some more hook sets. Rickrack piping. All of these as well. More rickracks and seam bindings and bias tapes. This is just some thread I was going to include with it. Some ribbon, thread, and button. More bias tape. That doesn't have anything on it. I love this that they still had the old bag that it came in. I know it says button shop, but it actually has some of the piping. So this is probably like a sewing supply place. Waistband elastic. I mean, there's just a ton of good stuff in here. Rick Rack, some more of the silk ribbon. So these are for, I believe, for curtains. So if you were making curtains, you would put these in for ones that like you slide over. So that's what those are for. Oh, you know what? There's even more thread down here. Some more lace. Stretch elastic. A container of straight pins. What is this? Oh, easy ordering. Oh, that's not something. That's to easy order your pantyhose. I don't think you need that. I'll take that out. Some ribbon here. Let's see. Some more thread. This is a little pair of pliers. I think you would use that on your machine. I know in here, because I made sure to put one in here. This is very important. You want to have this. This is the screwdriver for if you need to fix anything on your sewing machine. And there's also some buttons down here. Yeah, just a ton of stuff. This is embroidery floss, but and more thread. And a razor. I'm going to take that out. I think that's a little dangerous. Didn't realize that was in there. So, all of these items plus the thread box, the handmade thread box, and with the thread in it. And that's all for start. Hi, Shanika. Thank you for coming. Okay, so that's all going to be at starting at 35. So, and again, it doesn't come with this, but I'll put it in, it'll all be together. It won't be like loose in the box or anything. Ooh. It's popping up. Oh, that's a hair of mine. You don't want my gray hair. All right, so put that down. Okay. So do that. Oh. Okay, so okay, so we'll do. So we'll pass on that. And then next. Oh, okay. Oops. I need to be in there. Okay, and then okay, so I have some items that I'm just going to do as a buy it now because I don't think they're really worth bidding on. I'd like to say more than one person wanted them, but I really don't think it's worth bidding over, paying over $2 for them. But if somebody really wanted, I mean, just say something, but okay. Sorry. Okay. So your first choice is you get these two together. This is probably going to be like some junk journaling kind of stuff and some assemblage kind of stuff. So you have this little flip up. It just says hello, and then you have this paper here. And then this. So I think this, I mean, you could use this like on its own and maybe just add stuff in here, or you could add this to a junk journal. I thought that was cute. You do? Okay. So that's the first choice. And it comes with these. These are donut stickers, but they're 3D. Let's see if I can you see how they puff up like that? They're really cute. So those two will come together. Okay. And then your next choice, these are a bunch of like, not textured, I want to say embossed. If you can see on the back how it's let me turn this way a little. Like you can see it better on the backing. So like this word here on the front is actually bumped up. But these are just a bunch of cute little things that you could add. You could do this in a junk journal, in a scrapbook. If you were just wanted to make something for, you know, a kid to just say, hey man, I like you. You're really doing a terrific job. You know, if you work with kids or something. But, you know, it says you are delightfully, and then it puts adjective at the bottom there. Hi, Nathan. Welcome in. So I'll just show, I won't show a ton, but because there is a lot in here. This one is a little lion. He says, merci beaucoup. Like he's French. He's a French lion. He's very fancy. This says, cheers. Top secret. And I just called to say, and then you can fill in the blank. Hello, darling. Let me see. I'll show you a couple more. I wanted to verb, you a adjective, birthday, but, and then it says excuse. So that's cute. You could probably even put these inside of a card. Or if you make a card, these would be cute inside of a card. Special delivery just for you. I mean, these are adorable. Congratulations on your adjective. Now, these are cute. These would even be good, homeschool mom and me. These would even be good, we're telling you to fill in the adjective, a verb, or a noun. Good for helping kids to discern what, the difference between adjective, verbs, nouns, things like that. Because you could always, photocopy these if you have more than one. I wish you the most super fantastic, happiest day that you could ever wish for. So, but yeah, and there's quite a few more in there. So that's another choice for two. Then I have these, again, I think would be for like junk journaling or scrapbooking. So they're just little, you can see in the back where they break off. But there's a whole bunch of them. And it says, I want, I need, to make, to bake, to buy. Or so I used to really be into planning. I have a ton of happy planner stuff. And I used to do the decorating and I used to decorate them and with the stickers and all that. So this could even be used like in your planner if you, things like if you do that as well. Hi, Claudette. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Let me do that. Is there more? No? Okay. All right. So that's the other choice. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 15 of each one of these because they do, as you can see here, they do break apart individually. I don't want to keep tearing out, but there's 15 sheets here. So that's another choice for 2. And then I have 2 different of these little pads also for choice 2. So this one is, it's a list pad. And these ones are blank. So this one says, stuff. And again, this could be something you could add into a junk journal or scrapbook. This one just has lists. I'm just going to pull this closer. I think I moved it away because I had the big thing here, but so this one says, so super important. For note taking. Little classic typewriter there. That one just says yes. Quick, write that good idea down. That's adorable. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for coming in. How are you today? This one says, do it. It's your to-do list and you got to do it. And then you got a place for the date over here. And this one says, jotty jot jot. Ooh, that's a little creepy. But that's what that guy's telling you to do. This one says, fabulous. I think that's the last one. Yep. Okay. All right, so that's the first one. And then this one says quotes. So you have a place that says date and then overheard. Words I think sound cool. Like jotty jot jot. A favorite quote. Keep this secret in the vault. That's cute. Words to live by. Quoted from. My favorite, and then it gives you song, lyric, joke, poem, inspirational saying, family saying, or you can put in your own thing, and then you can write it down here and put the date. Let's see. Best advice I've received. That's really cute. The word, and then you put in the adjective, pretty much sums up noun, explain. And you put the date here. I think that's okay. Okay, out of the mouths of babes, funny kid quotes. And you got a little kid there. Sometimes kids say things and you want to remember it. And here's one. I wish I would have said. You ever have those moments? I wish I would have said this. Here's another one. I wish I would have said. And then it's that big mouth. That is kind of creepy. I think that picture belongs in a dentist's office. So again, that's these were all $2 for choice. You have this one, the quotes, the blank ones, the want, need, the little packets of emboss, or then you have the little folder and donut stickers together. Okay, so we'll put those aside there. Oops. Okay, Jessica. Okay. So these are going to be, you want this second the second set. Okay, oops, sorry. So I'm going to, oops. Oh, I guess I can't remove it here. That's weird. Okay, so disregard my past, the second set. I wanted the second set with the flip notes. Okay, so with the quotes, the quote ones are the ones that were like the blank. Oops. This was the first set that I showed, and then this was the second set. The quotes. Okay. Let me put that down for you. Okay. That's yours. I just have the one. And I have him, so someone had, I actually hadn't had guinea pigs since 2018 when my last one had passed away. And I just said, I can't have them anymore. I just really, sometimes you just have this, I just couldn't anymore. Like my heart couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't take it. I think I lost, they were older and I had just kind of lost too many in like too short of a time frame. And, so I had ended up leaving all of these guinea pig groups that I was in on Facebook. And then last year, it was actually almost a year ago, it'll be the 27th of this month that I actually got him. And I was just scrolling through Facebook, and in my news feed popped up somebody, can anyone help? I'm in Providence visiting, and her and some friends had gone for a hike in the woods outside of Providence, and a guinea pig came up to them. And kind of a little bit away from the guinea pig was like a canvas carrier. So they think someone just dumped the guinea pig there. And, so the group I was in was a New England group. They were in Rhode Island. There were people from like Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire going, oh, I wish I could help. I'm not nearby. I wish I could, and I'm just like, okay, well, it's not helpful saying you wish you could help. But, and it was a Sunday. It was night. It was like 6:00 at night. So I just commented in there and I said, if you can meet me in Woonsocket, because I don't really know Providence that well, but I said, if you can meet me in Woonsocket, I'll take him. So, and I was just going to foster him. That's why his name was Foster, because I didn't want to name him and get attached. And, but now he lives here. So one of my animal care customers, when I told her, I was like, yeah, so I think I'm pretty attached. And she goes, so she said, oh, that's his name then. Foster Mick lives here now. So that's his name, is Foster. His full name is Foster Mick lives here now. But we just call him Foster. So, and he's really cute and I do love him, but he bites. It's funny, he doesn't bite Lou, but he bites me for some reason. Like when I go to put food in, he'll come over and just bite me. And I'm like, that's not a carrot. I took him to the vet. He has cataracts, so he can't see that well. And I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the reasons that he's biting, because he can't 100% see that well. And they think he's about, 6-7 years old. So he's older. And I mean, I'm not excusing what the person did because it's absolutely inexcusable. But my thought is they probably figured this guinea pig is going to need extra help that I'm not going to give. So I'm just going to dump him in the woods, which was a really shitty thing to do. Pardon my French. But he's with me now. He's safe and loved and cuddled. So, all right, these are Monica's. So I'm going to set that over here. Okay. Hi, Gogo. Thanks for coming in. How are you? How's Brad? Okay. All right, so let me put this in. Okay. All right, so now, all right, what did I? Okay. I know. Well, I try to be polite on my channel. Okay, so now I'll do the. I think I have that. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah. Okay, so these would be just some little kind of fuzzy birds that would be cute for if you do like assemblages or maybe you make a wreath or something. But you get all of them for $4. So the first one is this little red bird, and he does have a little clip here. And next is this little blue bird, again has a clip. Then I have these two, oops, wrong way. This yellow bird, and this one has a wire so you could tie him to something. And then same with this one. It's like a yellow and tan kind of color over the eyes, again with a wire. And then this was just cute. I feel like this is kind of the start of an assemblage. Is although that one looks a little squished, but it's a nest of baby chicks. So you got 2 in there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But it comes with a little nest. So there's your starter assemblage. Oh, thank you. Show. Okay. So that's your little bird's nest. Your 2 birds on the wire. And then your 2 birds. 2 birds on the wire. Bird's nest. And the 2 birds with the clip. So you get all of those. I got 3 from the pet store and I rescued 2 of them. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it happens. And actually, someone just posted in the town next to mine. They posted last night, and they were driving home. And this is like a major. It's not a highway, but it's like a major main road. It's one of the routes through several towns. They look over and see a box. And there were 2 guinea pigs running around. So someone dumped 2 guinea pigs. And I was like, and people were going out there, but they were running into the brush and hiding. And so it's just, it's, there are other options. And it just makes me sad. But, oops, you can't see that other bird. Yes, there's 2 of them. Can I do it right? Yep, 2 birds. Okay. But we'll pass on these. Okay. Okay, so these. Okay. So we'll do this one. Okay, so I have some calligraphy books. You can practice writing calligraphy. And these are just going to be, so they'll be $3 each for choice. And I do have multiple of some. So this is the first one, Beginner's Guide to Hand Lettering. And it is done by Crayola, so that's why it's called Crayolography instead of calligraphy. But so that's the first one, and you can see some of the pages in here. So they have you, starting there. And then they have you practicing the different strokes. Oops. And then they have you going into words. So it's all kind of practicing. And the good thing about this too is that the pages are perforated. So if you wanted to take them out, because sometimes it's easier just to practice on a flat page. But these would be cute for someone, again, who's into journaling, scrapbooking, doing the planning, decorative planning. So there you've got, your alphabet going. Oops, wrong way. I think my camera's over here. I may move it over here because that'd be more in front of me. I think I wouldn't struggle so much then. And here's some other letters there. Then they have you doing some words here. So that's the first one. I have 4 available of those. And let me see. Oh, gonna do the second coat? Okay. All right. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. And so the next one is, this one is Hand Lettering Creative Art Pad. So you have the beginning here with practicing, again with strokes and the letters. But then towards the end, they give you these really fun frames where you could make signs and you just get to practice doing all things. You could turn these into a card for someone, but there's just all kinds of different designs here. I won't show them all, I'll flip through a few, but like here's a fun one. So, I like the polka dots. That's cute. Okay, so, and I have 1, 2, 3. And again, these are property as well. I have 3 of those. And then the last one I have is, it's the same thing as that one with you have the practice letters, but then the frames are really fun. They're black. It's like, it's black and white. So you can use, it's for use with like the metallic markers that Crayola puts out. I mean, it doesn't have to be Crayola. I have Sharpies that are metallic and they're really pretty. So, but look how cute that is. And again, perforated, so they do come out. Look at this one, the shooting stars. That's so cute. Okay, no, it's not. It's geometric, but this one does kind of remind me of spider webs. Oops. I know it's not, but it reminds me of it, I guess, because it's Halloween season. So, and this one I have more of than the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 of these. So again, these are all just 3 each. So, oops. And okay, so we'll pass on those. And then this is okay. And then all right, so next up I have, this is a really cute book. It's called Chicken Doodle Soup. So they're tear off they said placemats, but you could just do it as a picture. And they're it's oodles of wacky step-by-step foodie doodles. So let's see. So like here's one with, it's showing you how to draw the chicken from beginning to end, and then there's your placemat. Oops, let me get it above. I wish the banner was lower on the screen. This one, oh, here's a little duck. That's cute. Let's see here. Skip some over. What do we have? Oh, flies. French flies. That's cute. Oops, let me get that down. There we go. Got the picture down there. Oh, foot-long hot dog. Oops, where'd we go? Oh, it's over here. That's why. It's Peanut. We'll have to tell Denise that Peanut made it in a book. Oh, this is cute. Chocolate mousse. That's adorable. How cute. And let's see, we'll show a couple more. Oh, this is cute. Giant panda cakes. That's cute. And then, let's see. Oh, this is cute. Blackberry jam. Is that a berry? Berry jam. That's adorable. That's cute. Okay, so that's that one. There's a ton, but they're all perforated, so you can tear them out. Oh, this is cute. All right, I'll show one more. The jellyfish beans. Let's see. Jellyfish live under the sea, and jelly beans are out of this world, or at least they were in 1983 when then President Reagan put his favorite candy into orbit aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger. So that's that book. But we can pass on that one. We'll do a pass. Okay, and then let's see. Okay. And then I have, okay, what do we call this? Oh, trimmer. Okay. Okay, so what I have here, and I fully admit this is a bit dusty. Didn't get to have this off. So this is just a paper trimmer, but it also has this blue one here is for scoring. So if you have a paper, like say if you make cards or you're doing folders, you would line up as if it, wherever you needed it, and then you score this over it, so it makes it easy to bend. But this is brand new in the package. Obviously the package did open here, but nothing has fallen out. Everything is still there. So yep. Okay. Oh, all right, Monica, that's yours. Put your name right on it. And I don't know how I ended with you, because I have one, so I don't know why I bought a second one, but I don't need it, so so that could be enjoyed. Let's see, what did I do with here? Okay, the other sold items. Okay, all right. Okay. Yes, yeah, that's what I started using it for. And now I actually have like a full size heavy duty. And when I say heavy duty, I mean it's heavy. Paper cutter. um, let's see here. Okay, so okay. And all right, so next I have what are these called? Okay. Okay. I would have good too, but yes, yeah, it is. And so if I just have like a quick little thing, that's what I do, is I pull that out and I do it real quick. But if I have a lot, then I break out the heavy duty one. Okay. All right. So these are some of the they're all from Creative Memories, and they're these stencils, and they all do different things. So this one it says corners and borders. And it's nice because it'll say like you line your scrapbook corner here with, the dotted line, and then you can do this outline with it. So they have it done really nice. And all the Creative Memory stuff is really good quality made. Okay. All right. And so the next one is, this one says, storylines, because then you can put lines so you can write things on in your scrapbook. I like this little thought bubble. This one's kind of fun. And I like the way they did this one. It kind of looks like a little tornado or something. And then they all have, the different measurements. And this way you can trim it. And you can also trim this way, which is nice. Okay. And then the last one, I actually have two of the same. So this one is called Patterns in Pens. And so these also, you could even use this if you have like a photo. You could cut out this way, and then you just finish out, and then you could kind of frame it that way. But this is also to do some writing on and in the different shapes. It's really cute, and I have two of those. So see what that. So your choice is that or the corners and borders or the storylines. So you have all of those. And if there's no interest, we can pass on those ones. Okay. Hi, Marianne. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Are you getting ready for your sale? Okay, so I have no sale today. Oh, okay. Are you working on your booth? How's your booth going? I actually met up with I went yesterday and did a meetup with Johnny from New England Cajun Roots, and I met him, and I met his husband, and then Cheryl came too. So we all met, and I got to see Johnny's booth, and then walked around that store there, and we went to another place, and it was really fun. So I found some fun treasures for myself and for the sales. Oh yes, I'm glad you came too. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so these next two pieces. So these are quilters rulers. You can use them for other things, not just for quilting, but that's generally what they're used for. And these are mine. So I can tell you what I purchased these for. These ones, because of the size, I was going to use for just for easy marking for cutting to make. They're called unpaper towels, but so you're making towels for like your kitchen to use in replace of paper towels, so you're not making so much waste. And what you do is some people do it different ways. The way I had planned to do was one side would be the terry cloth, like a regular towel, and the other side would have had because that would be plain, so the other side would have had the nice design, and I had different cotton and flannel fabrics that I had purchased to use. So coming soon is a fabric sale. But I ended up, when I started homeschooling Lou, I just, there's only so much space down here. And so I put away the sewing stuff. And now I'm just kind of, do I really want to get into it again? Maybe if I was a better sewer, I would. But so you have your choice between this one and this one. And this one is actually, is this one too? This one is, so this is a long one. It's, so this one's 2 feet. And this one is called the Omni Grip, and that's because the back here, suppose like it grips on to your fabric. These are a bit dusty. They will be dusted before they're sent. But this one I was planning to use for, you cut out the pieces, and they would have been made into like sandwich bags for when Lou would take stuff to school. So I actually have these, because I have this before I started homeschooling, but I was going to make, so they would be reusable bags to take in his lunch, like his chips and things like that. So, oh, wow. Wow. So are you going to finish and make them quilts, or is that something that you're bringing to your sales? So, but that's the other choice. They're both, they're thick. They're, me see if I can get that one up. Yeah, they're thick. So these aren't thin. These are, pretty expensive. So, but I figured that was a good deal. Okay, so, but we'll pass on that. And okay, and next we have okay. Oops. Oh no. Well, you just get out your needle and thread and sew it right back together. It'll be perfect. Okay. Okay, so this next piece, this was actually, no, I'm going to tell you, I've had this for a long time because I haven't used this since I was like a kid. Because when I was a kid, I had all the diff and I used to make necklaces and bracelets and earrings and things like that. So what you do is, now when this was purchased, it was just this piece. My grandfather actually added the wood piece on the back so that it would be more stable because this was kind of flimsy. As you can see, some of the glue has come undone, but I can, if you would like me to re-glue that, I'm happy to do that for you. If you would like to handle that, I'm happy to let you do that. But this is where you have your slots here to put in the different beads that you're working with. And then you do your layout. So you can kind of design your necklace or your bracelet, anklet kind of thing. Oh, there's also slots down here. So this is, and it gives you your measurements so you can see, how long the necklace is going to be. This piece is, so it's 19 inches long and 10 inches across. So, but I liked this when I was a kid and I used to. Oh yeah, there's even a place here for your needle. So, I'm not a quilter either. Yeah, I couldn't. You know what? I did things when I first learned to sew. It was from my grandmother, and it was making a sleeping bag for the Barbie, which was just two pieces together and had an opening at the top, so that was pretty easy. And then I made little pillows for my dolls. Again, pretty easy. And then it kind of eventually moved on to other things, and then she used to actually sew and like make me dresses and stuff. So, but so that's the brand that is. So, but that's that. But if there's no interest in this, we can pass on this. Okay. Okay. On an antique singer peddler. Is that the one that has like the big wheel on the side? Made a crazy go figure. I know. Now my mother has it now, but I'm fairly certain when she goes, I will inherit it. But so her grandmother, so it'd be my great grandmother, had this quilt that she made. And I think it was just called the scrap quilt because it was all the scraps of fabric pieces. So it was just kind of it's really funky and colorful, but it has all the how they do there's like thick thread coming through and it's tied. not into bows, but it's just tied and then like the loose strings. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really pretty. I know it is getting, she does use it, so it is getting washed. There's some pieces that are kind of coming ripped. So part of me wishes that was just a piece that like you put on the back of the couch and doesn't get used, but it's hers. I can't say anything. So no. Oh, okay, yeah. So the one I had that my grandmother taught me on, that one was electric. It is a vintage Singer, but it's not like antique. So um oh, nice. Okay, let me show this one and then we'll come down. Okay. So what I have here is a set of, oh, these are called crinkle scissor sets. So there's 12 scissors here, and these, I'm just going to, because this plastic is kind of yellowed, so I'm just going to, oh, thank you very much. All right, so this has scissors with all different, they cut all different patterns. I know, I feel like those two yellow ones are kind of hard to see what they are, so I'll pull those ones out. Let me, oh, these, okay, so this one is pinking, and I like that they name them so you know what they are. And this one is called Flash. Okay. So you get the whole set for starting at 10. That's less than $1 per pair of scissors. That's quite the bargain. So I like the postal one. You can make your own stamps. Think the post office would let those pass? Yeah. So, but if there's no interest, we'll pass on that one. Let me see here. Just moving some things around. Okay. All right. And oops. Okay. And so next is, and I think I actually showed these during my autumn auction, but I don't remember. I might have pulled them out and then not shown them. So these are kind of, they're like in the primitive style because they're, you know, kind of rusty, but they are, I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully you hear it, but they're little jingly hearts. So these are cute. You could string them along on your wreath or just put them on, string them to a garland that maybe goes across your door or something. And they're just like an inch by an inch. So let's buy it now, and you get all, there's 4 of them in the bag, so you get all 4 of them. Okay. Okay. We'll pass on those, and then I'm going to do Okay. Okay, so I have some different embroidery kits. Now these are, okay, so these are going to come, they're like different kits, but they're also together. So you'll get all of this for $5. And here I'm going to show you. So they're beginner kits, so it helps to teach you when you're doing the handmade. So you get the kit 1, 2, and 3. It's beginner embroidery stitch 1, beginner embroidery stitch 2, and then beginner embroidery stitch 3. And you basically, it goes through the step by step of how to make these the different flowers and stuff. So they're like, so this has the front and then the back instructions for stitch 1, and that was in here. So that was here. This is the one for kit 3. And on the back side of this paper is the instructions for kit 2. So I don't know how that was done, but that's how they did it. But you get all of those for starting bid of 5 there. So let's see here. Oh, hi, Kim. How are you? Thank you for coming in. So that's that one for 5. And then I also have this I'm going to do as a 5. So I guess you could say it was choice. I probably maybe should have put that. But this one's like a mix up of different ones where you're kind of just getting, this is like for cross stitch or embroidery. You get that paper, or the fabric, I mean, cross stitch fabric. This packet. So this one also has it, but it gives you, it's a sheet of it, but it gives you the pattern to make like little bookmarks that say forget me not, which I thought was cute. And so you get that sheet there. Can't get that in. And then it will come with some embroidery thread as well. Put that all back together now. So you get either of those for 5. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. And let's see what that has. Show. Okay, so what I have here is a big bag of shells. So these could be used for decorating or for crafting. This is really quite heavy. I want to say this is at least, at least 2 pounds. Hold on, I'll tell you. Oh, it's 3 pounds. It's a little over 3 pounds. So you're getting a good amount. That's my whatnot station when I sell at whatnot, but it's moving over here. That's why I have a random scale there. Okay. So 2 are these cute little bags here that just have some mixed in there. And then you have all different kinds of ones in here. And again, crafts or decorating. I won't pull everything out, but there's a big variety. I thought this one was really neat. And there's also in here too is some, if I remember correctly, yeah, there's a few pieces of sea glass in here too. So you have this kind. Another one of these. I think this is like part oyster shell maybe. Let me see here. Look at how different this one is. I mean, it is broken, but it's so smooth that it's almost like it's not. I don't know. They're just really cool. This one with its point. Here is... Ooh, I think this is a piece of coral. Right? You would say that's coral, huh? Look in there. Because that's not a shell. That's pretty neat, though. Oh, here's another piece of coral. How cool is that? It's all polka dotty. In here. I don't know if this is shell or coral. It feels like shell, but it looks like coral, huh? It's really neat, though. There's so many possibilities of things you could do with this stuff. Oh, look at this color. That's pretty. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. My bathroom's actually getting renovated, supposedly, next year. And so I'm going to do, I know a lot of people do like a beach theme in the bathroom. I'm actually going to do like a lake theme. That's what I want. Because I just think of like little fish and ducks and things like that. So I feel it's a little different. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of these little guys, looks like. These little ones. So cute. And then here is some of the sea glass. That's not showing it very well. And then right here. I like the dots on this one. Oh, look at this one. That's a clamshell, right? I mean, who knew shells were cool? These are so cool. And then you can see, I mean, there's more sea glass here, and they're just and some sand, in case you need some sand. I mean, if there's shells, you got to expect there's going to be sand, right? Oyster, that's it. That's it. Oyster shell. Yes, thank you. So I found, I was telling actually yesterday when I at the meet with Johnny, because I like to shop on Whatnot. And so they do these suggestion ones. And there's one where it was oysters. So you would bid. And then if you were the winner, you would pick between one. There were two there. You could pick between them. Then they open it up right in front of you and they scrape out all of the pearls that are in there. And then that's what you win is the pearls. It was really neat. And, but I'm a little worried because in the background, it said like, there was a sign. It said CY pearls and like the letter C, the letter Y, and then pearls. The word pearls. Cause I'm thinking, okay, that's the business name. Well, since I did that one show, I've now been I keep getting suggested ones. Like when I log in, they're like, oh, they call it for you. And it's different ones, under different seller names. And they all have that CY Pearl. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's different sellers. But when I go into, if you ever shop on Whatnot, you can click into your activities and it shows you all of your purchases. And they have like a receipt, and then there's also a video receipt. So you get like a recording of that, because it's not like YouTube. It doesn't save them. It's just if you purchase something, you can see the video of it. So when I click on the seller's name, it comes up and says this account no longer exists. So they were delivered yesterday. I have because my Whatnot is under my business name, my business address is at a UPS box, a UPS store. So they were delivered yesterday, and I didn't get back in time to get them. So when I'm done with this sale here, I'm going to go get them, and I'm going to see. I'm hoping, because they were some really pretty ones. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but one was like really huge. So, yeah. So, all right. So, oops, almost forgot that. So again, all of that for 10. Just going to close this, make sure nothing falls out. Oh, it's like it doesn't want to close. All right, I may put this in a new bag. Okay. Okay, so we will pass on the shells. Oops. Okay. I'm going to show this one. Show. There it goes. Okay. So what I have here is this bag here, and you're going to get the whole bag and everything in it for $5. And this is just a bunch of miscellaneous items. So you get some of these embellishments. I forgot what these sequins. And there's some ribbon. This is just like a miscellaneous craft bag. You have some pearls on string here. Some yeah. So these purple beads here. Oh, these ones are sorry, I just want to show you, because it's not like a regular bead. Come on. Can you see that's like it's like one of those three-way beads. It has like the 3 bumps on it. So that's what those beads look like. And then these are just little regular ones here. And then these have the clasp. I can't words today. Words are hard today. You know what? I'm actually going to leave these out, and I'm going to close up this. I know there is some on the bottom here, but... Oh, I just closed it, and it was already open. Okay, is this your office? So this is actually... So all the way to the windows, from the windows to here is one room. Between those 2 windows is my TV. On the other side of the 2 shelves there is the back side of my couch. And I have a walkway about this big because I wanted to get more inventory shelves. I used to just have the 2. So it was a little closer. And like this table, oh, you can't see it because of the banner, but this is actually my dining room table. And then that little shelving piece there, I actually picked that up on Facebook. The guy's grandfather made it, so it's like handmade. It's really nice. I just painted the inside so stuff would show better, and that's sitting on top of a desk that my grandfather made. And but when I'm doing my whatnot shows, if I'm going to grab something, I'm running from there over into here for inventory, and it's back and forth, and I feel like I'm making people wait. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm not homeschooling anymore, this little cubby unit here, this is the 9 unit cubby. I'm going to clear this stuff out because some of the books will sell, some I'll keep, but they're going to go on a bookshelf that's in the playroom. And then I'm going to move that shelving unit piece on top of this, and then have this whole thing as like my whatnot set up. But then the rest of my inventory is right here in case I want to grab something else or someone asks for something. So then I'll move the table over to where the desk is. And then I think the desk I'm going to bring and put over here so that I can use that for like my shipping station. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just trying to make more sense, because it's basically one room that I'm using for multiple purposes, and it's a lot of purposes. So, but yeah, that's the plan for everything. So, and I just spilled all the class. Hold on. Oh, another one. They spilled on my desk, so I still have them. But I'm just going to put them all back in the little baggie. And get them. Okay, they're all in there. Now I know why that was folded over. Okay, so I showed you those. And then there is, let's see. Oh, okay, Monica's in. All right. So, I mean, I'll show you the rest. These are little tiny pearl beads. Some more pearl beads. More pearls on a string. Some more crafting stuff. These are cute, the little bows with pearls in them. Oh, stretch. So this is to make stretch bracelets. A roll of that. Some more little crystals. These ones were clear. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. So that will be for you. Add that with your items. You're going to have fun crafting. I'm still new, so I don't have like a big following, and right now I'm just on there once a week. I do Thursday evenings. And but I do like it, but sometimes it's weird because like when I talk to people, I don't always get a response. Because when they come in, I say, check out my shop. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. And I say, if you're looking for anything, to put it in the chat. Because if I have it, I say I don't have all my inventory in my shop, because I don't. I only have like 100 and something items in there. Maybe 100 now. Could be under 100. I'm not sure. But I do like it. I'm planning to. I kind of set a goal for myself, and I'm hoping I stick with it. I want to do in November. I want to do what I'm calling show, because they say it's called a show. It's not called a sale. You do shows. So I want to do Showvember, and just go on every day in November for 1 hour. And I was going to set a goal to add at least 5 items to my shop every day. I think that's doable for me. I just can't decide if I want to do the same time every day, or if I want to do flexible times every day. So, but I think the two kind of downs that I found is, once it sells, you have to ship it within 2 business days. So I've been having my sales on Thursday, because that gives me, I don't have to ship until Monday. And I figure that when I'm back doing my 9 to 5, that gives me enough time, like over the weekend, if I need extra time. And putting items in your shop can be a bit tedious. And then you have to decide if it's an auction, if you're connecting it to a show. And then once it ends, all the listings go inactive, so you have to reactivate them. And one time when I reactivated, I don't know what I did, but it changed the price of every single item. And I had over 70 items at the time to $2. So I had to go back in and redo them. Okay, Monica, but I'm marking this for you. I had to go back in and redo every single item. And so I ended up having to cancel my show that night because I couldn't get it done in time. I had even postponed it by like an hour, and I don't know what I did, but I've been very lucky because Becky from Becky's Vintage and More, she's been kind of like, she's been helping me a lot, and so she's been giving me advice, and she was explaining things to me and helping me, and so it's been great. I feel like if I was doing it on my own, I probably wouldn't have continued, but since I kind of have her that I feel comfortable asking questions and things like that, it's good. But okay,
this is a reminder. Party time for milk. Then grab a snack.
Over here, that's sold. Okay, so all right, so
this is a reminder. Party time for milk. Then grab a snack.
Yeah, what we do. All right, so I'm just going to type this real quick. Okay, and then we're going to do okay, so I have, this is a Quilter's stencil transfer pad, and let me hold this up, sorry. This is a marking tool for quilters, and it puts the takes the stencils and marks it on there, so it's easy for you to show. So I'll just read. It says, you open the bag of blue or white chalk powder and fill the pad by removing the red plug, which is this right here. The first time the pad is filled, firmly pat the pad into the palm of the hand to get the powder flowing, and then you transfer the stencil. You put it over where you want and wipe the powder, and then you blow off the excess. So that's pretty neat. Comes with the stuff there. The powder's in there. I mean, you can see that. So it doesn't have the white chalk, but it does have the blue chalk. So, or probably the white chalk maybe in the pad, but okay. Oh, that should have been a buy it now. I apologize. So, all right, but we'll pass on that. Now we'll do. Okay, sorry. A little. See, when you sell with someone, when the other person is having their turn, then you get to do the little things. But when you're not, I have to ask you to hold a moment. Okay. So I have just different bags of beads. they're going to be buy it now $3 choice. So, and there's just a pretty good variety. So these are brown. They've got the square and kind of the although this one here, the squares are brown, and then these ones here are like a smoky gray. Okay. Then I have this set here. And then, oops. These ones, I can't think of the name of these. It begins with an M. Not Murano, that's glass. Shoot. I can't think of the name of them. But you'll see these, and you know the word I can't think of. Oh, that's cute. Very country. So then you have this little set here. This little baggie here. This one with the miscellaneous size pearls. So this one I think is a necklace, but my guess is that it probably needs fixing, and that's why it's in here. There's the clasp. Oh. Okay, well, that's just a necklace. So, and it's not broken at all. That's weird. Okay. Don't know how that got in there. This is a string of little gold beads. Work. That's an empty bag. These are some fun diamond-shaped ones. They're another kind of smoky gray, metallic-y ones. Yes, I used to be kind of off and on Sundays, but now I am more consistent every Sunday. So 2 p.m. Eastern. So here's a good mixture of some pearls and oh, that's a fun shape. That's in there, so it'll be that one. Oh, these ones have that really it makes me think of carnival glass, the colors on it. Oh, it's not coming through on your end. You can kind of see it where it's got that purple and the greeny sheen to it. All right, here's some other pearl ones. Some pink and some cream. Oh, this is a good mixture. This is a good mixture here. There's a nice variety there. And then look at these two. Where are they? These couple of long ones here. Those are neat. Got a big one here. That one's cool. That actually might be, I think that one might be stone. It's very cold to the touch. That's a good variety one. Some more pearls. There's a lot of pearls in here. These ones look like they're made out of antler almost. Not saying that they are, because I can't guarantee, but that's what they look like. That's kind of the coloring to me. Here's a good variety too. Nice little eclectic mix going on there. Oh, this is different. We got heart there. This is a nice little mixture. This one's really pretty too. This one looks like a necklace as well. Oh yeah, this one's a necklace. And it's not broken. It says Rachel. Is there a brand Rachel? Oh. I don't know if you can see that. It says Rachel. I've never heard of that before. Okay. Just quite a few more pearls. There's a lot of pearls. Here's some gold seed beads, like another larger one. Some pearls and gold. Little teardrop pearls. And I do not think these are real. These are faux. I keep saying pearl, but I guess I should be saying faux pearl. But there. These are bigger ones. Here's some bigger ones too. These are nice. They're like a blue gray, and a gray. There's a nice little mix. Colors there. Some more pearls. Pearls and gold. There's some little mix there. Pearls. The gray ones. And then that's a bracelet. These are some tannish ones. And some more little pearls and seed beads. That's that. And then there's a big kind of container. This one would be separate because these are all, each of the bags would be 3 for choice. This one, well, so you have the tray. Okay, this is a little hard to show. I'm thinking this maybe I would do starting at 7, but let me get that in. These are kind of fun. Those look like fun ones, huh? I think that's, yeah. I just don't want to spill them all over my computer. That would not be fun to pick up. And then the tray here. Maybe I can. That's a good. Oh, I didn't even realize the container's Hello Kitty. Let's see. Oh, that's a fun. Cover my face. It'll focus. A little clay piece. These are really pretty. I don't think this is stone. I think it's glass. It is cool to the touch, but I do think it's glass, not stone. Very pretty. And you have 2 of those, and there's some really interesting ones in here. This one's like pink with gold in it. Look at these ones. And that one's like a leaf. They're really interesting. Oh, this one's pretty. Come on. That's a pretty color. It's being washed out, but it's really like a cornflower blue. It looks like crackle glass. So if someone was interested in this tray, I would just send as is. Oh, look at this. Is like, oh, that's so the base of it is maroon, and then wrapped around it is black. And there's a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of those. I would just do this whole thing, including the case and everything, for 10 if someone was interested in all those. There's a lot you could do with those. So, all right, let me get this back there. I know. You know what I still have is the Hello Kitty. It was like a playhouse. It was like a house and it opened up like this, and there was like a little bakery inside. And when you got it, you had to put like all the stickers on the pieces. This is like from when I was a kid. And it has like, so the roof had these little holes in it where you put these little pieces of candy. So it was like a candy roof. It looked like a candy cottage. I remember that from, I still have it. And most of the pieces, not all, but most. I used to play with that all the time when I was a kid. Okay. So that was that. Oh, and this one, maybe I missed showing this one. That one as well. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to pass on those. Okay, let me set this aside. All right, I think that was the last. Oh, I had 2 other crafty things, and then I'll move on to the hobbyist pieces. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I have this needle felting kit, and it makes a cute little fox. This is brand new. It hasn't been opened, but it comes with the polystyrene bases, felting needles, felting wool, thread, plastic accessories, mini pom-pom, and yarn. The only thing that's not included is glue. I guess glue is needed. I think you need a hot glue gun, and that's not included. That's the needle felting kit. And you make a cute little fox. Oh, it looks like he's got jingle bells too. How adorable. This would be cute as like an ornament, or put him on a wreath or in an assemblage. Look at, he's in a little boots. How cute. Okay, so we can pass on that. All right, and then I have Okay, so this is one that I had purchased because I was going to redo it. It is a, oops, let me fix my banner, sorry. Oh, I didn't even put up the needle felting kit either. Boy, I'm new here. So this is just a ceramic canister. The color that's here is a very dark, dark forest green. But when you look on the inside, it's nice and bright. It's speckled. So I think it originally was this color on the outside, and then someone had painted it. It's also a little scratched on the bottom. So, and then if you look on the top, it just got a bit damaged. So I was going to get rid of the paint and well, put on like a paint stripper. And then if that didn't work, I was just going to like sand it so it was smooth, and then do a primer and then repaint on it. And then I just would have had a little, you just have a nice sizable kind of trinket box. You could hide things in here like rolled up $100 bills or little candies, you know, something special you don't want anyone to see. So, but that was pretty nice. Let me give you a size on this. It is almost 6 inches. It's like not much under. Oops. That's when going like flat side to flat side. When you're doing point to point, it is 6 3/4. And then the height is 3 inches high. So it's a good sizable little, you know, box. And again, you could redo it. You could put a gift in there to give someone. But yeah, I thought that'd be, you know, lots of crafty people out here. So, all right, but we can go ahead and pass on that. Okay. So, all right, so the first, I'll just show this one first because it's closest. Oops. All right, so I'm going to lower the price on this one. I also may have spelled Halloween wrong. I'm not working right today. So this one I did show it at the autumn auction, and this was another hobbyist piece that was painted with the cat and the wizard hat with the pumpkin and the little bat and the spiders got little booties. And again, I do believe that this was meant to have like lights in it, so the light could come through here and this bag and in the cat's hat, which it also has in the back. But someone did put some felting on here. This could easily be removed, and then you're able to put lights in there and have it light up. So that was really cute, I thought. But I love the bat's teeth. They look like beaver teeth. Okay, and let me put this. I don't want to bump that. Ooh. Oh, shoot. All right. This has a little sticker residue on it. I will get that off. So this is, my grandmother actually did one of these. She had one. My mother has it now, but she broke the lid. So this is a cookie jar. It's a little elf cookie jar. So when my grandmother did this, she did the whole hat, this whole little hat was green, but this is like a forest green, like a pine green, and my grandmother sheeted in a spring green. And then the collar around here was done spring green, and then this was done in a yellow, the little button here. That's how my grandma did it. So, but there's no chips or cracks or anything. No flea bites. This is in really, really great condition. There's a little bit of, like, you can see that's not, it's like where the glazing has kind of come off. Oops. Oh, thank you, Kim. Have fun with the director. So, and there's no chips or cracks in here. So it's just, and this is just under, this is just about a foot tall. So it's a nice, good size one. And it's really fun when you have the little kids, because when I was a little kid, they kept the kids. So we used to say we were eating the elf's brains, because we're kids. But, so when looking this up, one recently sold for $100. That's crazy. There's currently another one listed for $25, which I thought is also a little crazy. But this guy, oh yeah, I guess I should put that in there. I believe this is from the 1960s. I think that's when she was doing all of her stuff. Okay. Let's get this. We'll go down. All right. Did it not? There we go. So I'm just going to do this as a start of 35. Really cute little guy. And then here, let me show and the back of the head is just plain. He's just really cute. And I like the way they did the hat too. That was really creative, having the two different colors there. So, but if there's no interest, we can pass on this. I'm stepping over that sewing bundle. Thought it'd be out of the way there, but I guess it's not. Okay. So we'll pass on that. Okay. Okay. So this is one I've shown before as well. This is from 1970. It's a cute little dreaming mouse, dreaming of cheese, of course. I love the way the person who did this, kind of did a little lighter here and darker here. They really emphasized it. Super adorable. No chips or cracks or flea bites or anything. It's in perfect, adorable condition. Okay. All right. And then I have, so we'll pass on that. And then I have oops. Okay, then this is a starting bid of 15. And this is a just a hobbyist basket. It is a ceramic piece. Beautiful shading and coloring done. This was done by Millie in 1980, and Millie did a fabulous job. So, oops. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. That's beautiful. I love it. This is, okay, with the handle, it is about 10 inches tall. And at the widest here, it is about 9.5 across here. And I guess we could do right across here too. It's about 8 inches across here. But that'd be cute with some dried flowers coming out or even some fruit. Little centerpiece on the table. So, but I had a couple other pieces, but I'm going to have to end it here because I only have I only have 2 hours for live streaming on my on my plan for okay, they've been hidden. I forgot to put this. Oh, I forgot to put this subscribers only. Okay, so a minute left. Anyone watching on the replay, if you see anything that you like, you can go ahead and email me. I'm over here. Oh, wait. Ugh. Which one was it? 1980s basket. Okay, there I am. fullshelfshop@gmail.com. I ship from Massachusetts. I use PayPal for invoicing and pirate ship for shipping. And I invoice at the end of the month. Please catch me Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. I'm also on Whatnot on Thursday evenings. And I hope to see you all next week. Sorry for the short leave, but it's going to just end. I so apologize. Thank you so, so much for everyone who came. And thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. Please be sure to like and leave a comment after the video, after the live ends, because it does help my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everyone.